What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So a few things before we get started. I am going to be playing, I think I said this already, but I'm going to be playing Ghost of Tsushima on the channel. I'm going to upload that game when I finish The Last of Us. The Last of Us has been finished. I beat it weeks ago. It's just actually getting all the episodes. Weeks ago is kind of OD. It's actually getting all the episodes up onto the channel. That's really the issue. Why did my computer just crash? Anyways, and then secondly, I have started something new on the channel where I'm going to be promoting black businesses. I'm either going to do it in the beginning of the video or at the end. For this one, I'm going to do it at the end, and then for another one, maybe I'll try at the beginning, see which one I like more. I'm going to put a link to that if you want to sign up for that in the description below. I'll put a link to The Last of Us in the description below as well. But anyways, if you hear little pitter-patters, because I got my co-host Sophie down here with me. This is the first video she's been in with me since the welcome video. I'm wearing a hat because my hair is kind of getting out of hand. So I have a few hats that I have that I want to wear. So I'm just going to rotate them. But this video is going to be about Star Wars. For the people who know me know I'm like the biggest Star Wars fan in the entire world. I love Star Wars. I cannot think of a time in my life where I didn't love Star Wars. So this video is going to be about some new information Star Wars wise that we got this past week. What is it? July 18th, the week of the 13th through the 19th. 12th through the 18th. So the first news, it says there's going to be a new animated series based on the Bad Batch that we saw in the Clone Wars Season 7. The first 4-episode arc we saw with the Bad Batch. They're making a whole new animated series, excuse me, just based off the Bad Batch. From what I've read, looking at it now, it says that it's going to be looking at how they struggle to stay afloat and find new purpose in the new world. It's going to be set after episode Order 66. I think I read something that said it's going to see some of the transition from the Clone Wars to the Empire. So that'll be cool. Yeah, this says it's confirmed to be set in post-Clone War era. Dave Filoni is going to be the executive producer on the spinoff show, and he was the creator and the lead guy of the Clone Wars animated TV show that Star Wars did, which could be considered like the greatest piece of the greatest product that Star Wars ever put out. In totality, it might be. And I'm also reading right here, it says that Star Wars, that the Bad Batch will reportedly be darker in nature than the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, as it is said to depict Clone Force 99 dealing with the aftermath, like I said earlier, of betraying their commanders during Order 66. Now, sorry, Sophie. See, I told you she's... Come back over here. Or don't, whatever. Just screw me. Fine. The Bad Batch, we know that they're like mutated clones. So I assume, or let me not assume, I want to know, for me personally, if they're, you know, the inhibitor chip that all the clones had in their minds, did theirs go off properly? Did they not? I assume they probably did, though, because this says aftermath of betraying their commanders. We know that everybody betrayed their commanders. Are they saying that they betrayed their commanders too? Who knows? We'll see about that. Actually, one last thing before I move on. Sam Witwer, the guy who, can you hear her? The guy who voiced Darth Maul in the Clone Wars and in Solo. He voices Darth Maul in Solo, the movie, as well. He says that the Bad Batch animated series is going to explore a little area of Star Wars that has not often been visited. Interesting to see where they go with that. So, this is just a little bit of news. It says the Obi-Wan Kenobi series that Ewan McGregor is coming back for. It says it's gonna reportedly feature flashbacks to the Clone Wars at one point in the show. Now, the big news in terms of that series is that, well, it's technically not news, there are rumors. There are rumors that Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin in episode 2, episode 3, there are rumors that he is set to come back and reprise his character in Anakin Skywalker in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I don't think it has been confirmed yet. Oh yeah, this is important. It says that he will be the rumor says that he will be a series regular. So he's going to be on there, you know, not just like a little cameo, but he's going to be in there a whole lot. See what now? What's going on with my computer again? What's going on? Yeah, so it says he's said to be a series regular on the show. And then I also saw something that said that here it is. Yeah, here it is. Darth Vader apparently is said to be featured on the show as well. So what I'm thinking is that you're going to have some sequences when it's going to be Hayden, and then some sequences where it's going to be Darth Vader. So I'm interested to see that. Here's a little bit of information also. So the Cassian Andor series that's supposed to be coming to Disney Plus, it says that the show reportedly now tentatively is scheduled to begin production this fall. I don't know how that's gonna work because Corona is still walking around outside. So who knows when it truly is going to begin, filming and doing that production and such. In the last piece of information, this says that due to the effects of the pandemic, future Star Wars movies will reportedly be smaller in scale and have lower budgets. So that's interesting. So which actually is interesting. Now, I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but there are talks about like a Civil War type deal happening between Lucasfilm and Disney, right? And there's conversation about, if I can find it, I'm gonna show you guys. There's conversation about Lucasfilm and Disney. I think it's have to do with not just creative differences, but having to do with the last trilogy. From what I saw, like I said, I'm trying to find it now. From what I saw, it said that I think Disney, maybe it's Disney. See, this is why I gotta find it. One of the two, either Lucasfilm or Disney, are thinking about remaking the third trilogy. And it might not be the whole third trilogy. I think I read that it would be just after the Force Awakens. So they would keep the Force Awakens, and then from there on, they would remake what was that one's name? The Last Jedi, which was, and Rise of Skywalker, which was, you know what, let me just say this about, okay, the final trilogy. The more I think about it in totality, I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed when I think about it, the totality of it all. The Force Awakens was a great movie, and there was so much potential. There was so much potential that could have been done based off of that movie. Me personally, I probably would have wanted J.J. Abrams to direct all three of them, because he didn't. He directed Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, and then Johnson did Last Jedi. I wish that there was so much potential there after Force Awakens, and I truly believe that after, like when they did Last Jedi was bad. Last Jedi was bad. It wasn't good. When you truly think about it, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And then you have the Rise of Skywalker. Now, Rise of Skywalker had one of my favorite moments in all of Star Wars. Toward the end of the movie, I guess maybe spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but potential spoiler alert. When at the end, Rey is like laying on her back, and the Emperor, if I'm correct, is like shooting lightning up into the atmosphere, and it's destroying all the ships, right? Or maybe there's a different part. I know she was on her back, and she, like, other Jedi in the Force were calling out to her. I believe the names, or not the names, the voices you heard were Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu, Anakin, Luke, Ahsoka Tano. I think his name is Caleb Dumas. The dude from Rebels. Him. There was a few more. The black girl, I don't remember her name. The black girl with like not the tentacle head, but that stuff coming out of her head. She's not really important though. Not that she's not important, but she didn't have anything just for her, so I wouldn't remember. That would be 8. I said Yoda. I think that was it. That was one of my favorite moments in all of Star Wars. Really, because it was the first time, like, you got to hear Hayden Christensen's voice and stuff since Revenge of the Sith. So I thought that was really cool. But that was definitely one of my favorite moments in all of Star Wars. Besides that, though, and see, that one, there were many things that they had to kind of go back and try and fix because of how bad Last Jedi was. And just there was so much opportunity, and they really squandered it. But that's neither here nor there. So if they do remake, I guess, the final 2 in this trilogy, or I guess they said they wouldn't remake it, they would just ignore it and then redo it. If they do that, I think, and it will be, I'm sure it will be hard to get everybody back on board. We need to see Jedi Finn. You do need to see Finn as a Jedi. It doesn't make sense for him to be force sensitive. You tell us he's force sensitive, but he's not a Jedi. There's just, I'm not gonna go into everything because that should be, I could make a whole separate video on that. But there's just a bunch of things we need to see different. So without further ado, we are going to get, into the first black business promotion. I'm gonna try and do one each video I just want to do one each video. So this one, the first one is, this is a blog, a personal blog by the name of Just Jayla. That is the personal blog. I'll put the logo like right there so you can see it. In the explanation of her blog, it says, Just Jayla is my personal blog. My goal after I graduate is to become an author. So this is how I'm growing in my audience. She says, I understand this is not a good or a service, but it's really important to me. And it would be really cool if you checked it out. Well, I will put a link to the personal blog for Just Jayla in the description below so that you all can go and check that out. You absolutely should. I'm gonna check it out too. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be on the lookout. I'm doing the Last Week in Sports video. That'll be coming out in a few days. I'm gonna try to get it done and upload on the channel before Tuesday, because this will probably be uploaded tomorrow. It's 1 a.m. Sunday, so this will probably be uploaded by hopefully Monday. If I can do my best, Wednesday at the latest, I can get the Last Week in Sports, because there was a lot of sports stuff that happened last week. I'm gonna try and hit on the major points. Some of the deals that got signed, the Washington team, they don't have a new name yet, so, but that whole with the sexual assault, I'm gonna dive into that too. But just be on the lookout for that, guys. Be on the lookout for that stuff, guys. And just once again, thank you for checking it out. Be on the lookout for more content.